With age comes wisdom, experience, and a whole lot of unexpected changes. Welcome to Dad Brain, where two best friends share their journeys through the ups and downs of their 30s. Get ready for the raw and honest realities of growing older. Here are your hosts, Matt K. and Matt L.
All right, guys, welcome to the first ever Father's Day Dad Brain Pod special. Matt, who is this guy here? First of all, who's in the corner of my computer screen here? Why is he so important?
Yeah, so the namesake of the podcast, we have my father, John L., joining us on the podcast today. And, you know, we've talked about my father in passing on past episodes, but to have him here in the flesh, to sit down with Dad Brain, that's what we're doing for this episode. For the Father's Day, spectacular.
The granddad of Dad Brains.
You know, that's been the coolest thing, Matt, is, you know, seeing my dad interact with my granddaughter, with my daughter. Because it's been so cool because, like, I see my dad as, like, his dad, right? Like, I'm seeing, like, so many of those interactions, like how my grandpa, like, used to, like, interact with us. And it's just, it's so cool, man. But thanks, Dad, for taking the time out and to join us today.
So, Matt,
my pleasure.
Without a doubt, this has got to be so far your favorite Father's Day because it's your first one. But John, I mean, where does this rank as far as Father's Day go? Did they fly home or did they kick it out of the park?
It was the best one. Plus, I didn't know Michael was coming too. I walked in the other night, half in the bag. They all kept the secret, and Michael was here, so I had my family here. It was great, man.
His favorite son came to Florida to visit.
I don't play favorites.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you know, we kept the code. Nobody spilled the beans, and yeah, we've just been down here in Florida getting into trouble and celebrating Father's Day, man. It's been incredible.
I feel like part about becoming a dad is like you get really good at keeping secrets. Like, even when you don't need to keep something secret, you just don't talk. Maybe it's because you don't talk anymore. That's dad brain. That thing that shrinks about the useless shit. You just don't talk about shit anymore.
Gotta have a code, man.
My dad said something yesterday. You know, we went to the comedy club last night, and he had a couple pops, and he said, you know, if you're in my corner, if I'm right or wrong, you still got to stand by me.
I like it.
So that's the code. That's what he's speaking about here.
For you guys playing at home, you can take a drink. That's Johnnyism number 1.
Gotta live by the code.
Take a drink for every Johnnyism.
That's right.
No, it was fun last night.
So
this place you went to was such a dump, too. It was so cool.
Wasn't this the place you said was your favorite comedy club, Matt?
Yeah, so it's a trap house. It's a trap house turned comedy club. And we were able to see one of our favorite up-and-coming comedians, Cam Patterson, who just became a regular on Kill Tony. And, yeah, it was great because my dad has no filter. So to see comedians go up there and just say the most vile shit, sometimes my dad was the only person in the audience laughing because he doesn't give a fuck.
He's like, I'm just thinking it. They're saying it.
And they were even picking on me, too.
They were. They fucking called my brother Shrek.
Yeah.
They said my brother came out of my dad's left nut and I came out of the right nut. That my brother was Shrek, and then they called me a cuck. So, you know.
No, what's funny? We were in like the VIP section. I think that was the bathroom before they gutted the house for the comedy. It was like a gutted house. I think that was the bathroom, the VIP section that we were sitting in.
Oh, that's
where the VIPs. Yeah, right. Tripping on broken needles.
bunch of spoons lying around.
And the other thing with this comedy club, Matt, it's called The Gimmick. Shout out to him. It's a BYOB comedy club.
Oh, fuck.
Okay. Yeah. So no 2-drink minimums or anything. So we rolled in there with a cooler.
You guys brought the liquor store.
Brought the cooler, and then right before the show started, they went off to a bar because they ran out of beer, because you know that happens. So you got to re-up, come back to the comedy club, and It was a great time.
For me and Mike, we ran 5 blocks to get 2 shots, one after another.
You guys bring a cooler to the comedy show, but before the show starts, it's fucking empty. That's fucking legendary. Fuck a pregame.
Yeah, there was no pregame involved. But yeah, so we went to the comedy club last night, and yeah, man, it was just awesome. And then able to get everybody together for Father's Day today at Tyler and Joel. Joel, one of our guests on Joel's journey. Yep. He was there, so we all got to take like a Father's Day photo together. It was just awesome, man.
Well, saw my new niece. Saw my sister that I don't see all the time. It was a great day.
Nice.
Got my family here. It was a great day.
So yes. You're punching that snowbird card a little early, but...
Fuck that. It's never too early to punch the snowbird card.
Let's just say the birdie has been in his ear this whole entire trip, Matt. Okay?
Oh, man. Is this going to be like Five goes west, but Johnny goes south?
March 1st to December 1st, I'll be in Michigan, and then I'll be here the rest of the time. That's the plan.
You're retired now, John, right?
No. 18 months.
Oh, okay. So it's coming up. I was like, oh, shit, it's not going to be retired.
You know what happens? You make plans. When you make plans, life happens.
Yeah.
So
we've talked about that a lot on the podcast.
Nothing set in stone, you know what I mean?
But it's a good goal.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so we're really looking forward to that when, my mom and my dad can be closer to Maisie and just watch her grow, man. Like it's going to happen so fast. I'm already noticing those little things, dude. Like her shit's gotten a lot bigger in the past 3 weeks.
Good thing you notice.
Yeah. That's what we talk about here. So yeah, we're hoping that's going to be a reality. And, their neighbors from Macomb, they just moved down here too. So we got to hang out with them yesterday.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So through the week leading up, you had people coming in. Other than the comedy show, did you guys plan any special events? Did you do any father-son bonding, go fishing, whack some golf balls, whack off, whatever you guys do?
Well, I didn't come in until Friday night.
Oh, okay.
I'm only here till Monday. I'm not here all week. I'm leaving tomorrow. So it's been a blur. I just wanted to see my granddaughter.
He was stuck on the fucking tarmac in Detroit for an extra 6 hours. He's got so frustrated and the earbud fell out.
How does that even happen? The weather's gorgeous over here right now.
Friday night, there's a thunderstorm came through. I was supposed to leave at 3:50. I didn't get off the ground till 8:00. Stuck in an airport, but whatever. It's no big deal. I made it.
I was cracking my first beer about 5 miles out from the cabin.
Yeah, Matt, you said when we talked earlier this week, you're like, I haven't been up to the cabin at all this year. And, you said you went up there one time this year to go grab the BB gun for your gender reveal.
So I haven't been up since October, since deer season.
I mean, that's a while though, right? Like,
yeah.
And, so what did your weekend look like? I know we should let the people on the pod know that I ruined Matt's stroke game this weekend. I called him Dad.
Actually, fuck you. Yeah. That was the end of the front nine, and I was having a spectacular hole at that point. And I was going to be on the green in like 2, and it's a par 4, which that's a big deal. I know you don't know what that means, Matt, but
yeah, I do.
And then, my phone rings. It's you. I silence it. I'm like, he'll get the idea. Like when it's 2 rings in 2 seconds in and I hit silent, that means I'm doing something. Give me a bit to call back. So I reline up, hit my wedge shot. As soon as I am done as soon as I swing at it, you called again. And I fucking duffed the thing. Overshot the green, lost the fucking ball. Answered the phone, yelled at you. Then I hit a beauty right after. I dropped another ball and hit a beauty from the same spot. And I calmed down a little bit, but I was still pissed. I like 10 put it in, though. It's fine. So
leave your phone at home. Leave the phone at home, or, hey.
I should have.
That's what he said. After he called and yelled at me, he said, I shouldn't have had my phone on in the first place. It's my mistake. So, that's just that's a mature thing right there, right? Like, because I was calling to let him know about some podcast news. I was letting him know that like one of our videos exploded, got a lot of views. It's good news.
In my defense, though, if somebody sends you straight to voicemail, that doesn't mean call right back. It means they'll get you. They'll get you back.
My dad, he does have a cell phone. He's had a cell phone for, probably for 15 years or whatever. But it's either never on. He still has green text. Like, he's still not on Team iPhone at all.
Good. He's fucking unplugged. He's enjoying life. He's not staring at the screen.
No, motherfuckers tracing me and shit. I don't need none of that shit.
Fucking China.
Yeah, right.
He's off the
That means
grid.
you've never seen a TikTok of ours. Way to support the pod. Could use that extra one view.
No, I'll let Matt show me. I'll let Matt and Mike show me, and I don't need that shit on my phone.
You got to remember, Matt, my dad was one of the first people that I showed some of the podcast stuff to, right? He's the one that saw, the truth about your 30s, the hemorrhoids clips. And he's like, you need to post this, dude. Yeah.
I'm just busting your balls.
It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Speaking of hemorrhoids, though, fucking 3 days up at the cabin with no shower and 1-ply toilet paper. I am fucking in. We also rode probably like 6 hours on our dirt bikes. We rode from our cabin in Harrison to Houghton Lake. Had a great lunch, right on the water. That was awesome. But it's like 80 miles of just, single track, dirt track on a dirt bike. And I needed to be able to put stuff in pockets, and I forgot a backpack, so I was wearing fucking jeans the whole time. It was 90 degrees.
Oh, fuck.
Just the worst swamp ass ever. Just like my ass looks like a baboon's ass right now.
You're lucky you weren't up there earlier, man. It didn't rain for 20 days, and you couldn't even go out.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, we got up there. There was, forest fire signs. Everybody's like, don't have a fire because you need a burn permit. If they catch you, they're going to lock you up.
Yeah, we did.
We had a rager anyways, but.
Both these men love Northern Michigan.
It's my sanctuary.
It's where men are men, okay?
So you guys went up there, you did a little bit of dirt bike riding, hit the back 9, and then you made your way back home today to a delicious Father's Day dinner. So do you get to celebrate Father's Day, Matt? This is kind of a gray area, right? Because you're not technically a dad yet.
No. I mean, a bunch of people wished me like a happy early Father's Day, and I'm thankful for it. But I'm a realist.
Mm-hmm.
The fat lady hasn't sung yet. The baby's not here yet, so I take it with a grain of salt. And I came back and went out to dinner with my wife. Just the two of us, which will be the last Father's Day.
There you go.
Just the two of us. So
yeah,
a bunch of raw meat. So
I'm very happy for you.
Thank you.
Very happy for you.
Yeah, no, man, it's awesome. But you're going to have so many more of those moments, Matt, where you're like, this is the last time where we're just going to be doing this, right? So just keep track of that.
Probably the last time that, two of my buddies and I can just leave at random a Friday night to go golf, 2 hours away and get shit-faced without any repercussions.
Why?
Yeah. Last time for a little bit.
Yeah.
We're going to try and make it an annual thing, though. We kept saying, we kept doing shots and toasting to the first annual Father's Day getaway.
I still get the repercussions.
Dad, we got to step into the way back machine here, so I got to ask you to recall something. When the year I was born, did you still go deer hunting that season? Or were you did you stay back home and help with me, or if not me, if you remember Mike? I mean, this was 30 years ago, so
Oh, yeah.
You did stay back.
No,
you went deer hunting.
Matt,
Yeah.
when's your birthday?
April 1st.
Went to NASCAR too.
Yeah. April
Went to
1st is
NASCAR
fine.
races too.
So his life didn't change at all, Matt. So you can use this as a blueprint here to say,
Yeah,
to your producer.
difference.
Yes, it is. Yes, it did. And believe me, I did my part. You know that. How many times did I take you guys places and not stay at home?
It's true. I mean,
All the time.
Yeah, we always went up north. We were always hunting, riding ATVs and stuff. we were rarely staying home. But I was trying to think of like a little back further because,
I'm already thinking it, riding the dirt bike. It's so much fun. I love being on two wheels, but I'm already thinking, I'm like, man, I'm probably going to have to trade this bitch in and get a side-by-side, which, bummer because I fucking hate side-by-side people when I'm on the dirt bike. Fucking ruining the trails, throwing beer cans all over.
It's only side-by-side people who do that?
Yeah. They're the worst. Side-by-side people are the worst. Can't read trail signs. Fuck those people.
Yeah, but then if you're in the side-by-side, you got air conditioning, you're wearing the jeans.
Hey. Like, really? You don't have air conditioning? No.
You ain't driving a car.
No. I thought they were all enclosed and shit.
I mean, you're still eating dirt and fucking shit, and, I mean, there's some fun to it, but.
Yeah.
It's like a house payment, though.
Oh, my God.
30 grand? I ain't doing that.
Well, my buddy just bought one. It's got like twin turbos or some shit. It's nicer than my truck.
I just ride around in my car and do that. Throw beer cans out the window.
That's when you got the AC.
I got to watch what I'm saying. Get in trouble.
No,
definitely not.
Huh?
I'm posting this live to tape.
That's all right.
So
I can do what I want.
I remember I asked you about this, Dad, and I was going to bring this up. Like, obviously, I'm starting on my parental journey here. I'm 3 weeks into it. My daughter's 3 weeks old today. Like, what are some of like those memories that you remember from raising Mike and I? Like that kind of like you can look back and like say like, oh, I remember doing like this pivotal event, or I remember going to this place. Like, is there anything that like sticks out from those like younger years like that? Are relevant to like where I'm at right now, my parental journey.
But it's apparent I don't remember nothing bad ever happening. I don't remember, and you guys might have been brats. You forget all that. Only the good times I remember. You know what I mean? Plus, you guys, you're both blonde-haired, little toe-head kids. You guys are easy.
Yeah.
I mean, no matter what we did, you guys are easy. Because if you weren't, I don't remember it. Maybe you don't remember that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? You guys are no bother. Kids ain't no bother.
It's called a repressed memory.
Well, what it is
it probably is.
In the moment, you remember all like the bad things, but over a long stretch of time, there's just so much more good stuff that happens than negative stuff. So you start forgetting. You don't bank up the negative stuff either. So
yeah. But yeah.
One thing I do remember though is like when we were camping at Higgins Lake State Park when I had the trailer. We were camping, and Michael was just a baby, and you were like 2, and you like wandered off, and I was drinking beer. You know what I mean? I go, he's right here somewhere, but there's a lake right there too. You were old enough. You wandered off. You with some friends and stuff.
Yeah.
Right away you panic. You know what I mean? You're freaking out and shit. You know what I mean? My wife's, put that beer down. I was drinking a beer, of course. Put that beer down, find him. It's like, then you start running around. You're thinking the worst in your head. And I bet you weren't 15 feet away.
You said I was like 3 years old then?
You're probably 3.5, 4.
That's so
you
weird.
You were right there. You were right there, though. You know what I mean? You weren't out of our sight, but the shit starts going through your head. You're freaking out. But you were right there. Had your little Speedo on and shit.
This is before people...
Some things never change.
Yeah, I was going to say, had the dinosaur boys on.
Oh, they had Mad Mike had matching Speedos, man. They were out there.
Shit.
For you guys listening, they were not born in the 80s. They were born in the late 80s. Well past Speedo time.
Yeah, Mike 91, me 89. But I actually, the weirdest thing about that is like, that's one of my first memories.
That's crazy.
Like, yeah, of me getting lost. And I think it was like a group of teenagers that like told my parents where I was. Like, I remember being with people like a lot older than me. And
also the first time you tried marijuana.
Yeah, I remember that.
Got
I
caught
remember
in
that campground
circle.
Dude, that used to be such a big thing though, because we had this camper that we just used to like take everywhere to all the state parks, and then the camper just permanently stayed near Elkton, where my grandparents lived after a while. But that was always a lot of fun, man. Just going up north and camping.
Yeah, it was fun for you. It wasn't fun for me. It was all work. Setting up the camper, washing dishes, yeah. Fuck that, man. That ain't my bag, man. I'd rather have a cabin where you can go and trash it and it's not going anywhere.
Well, that's, we've thrown that idea around about getting a camper and stuff like that, but I have the cabin. So, I mean, it's hard to justify that.
You have a destination.
Exactly.
You're not dragging it home. You're not cleaning it.
Not dealing with maintenance, bunch of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, plus you even have internet up at the cabin, right? So you're good.
Unfortunately.
Oh, yeah, you can't really truly disconnect.
Well, when you, this way you can call me back when I'm doing something. You like, hang up on you.
It's a callback.
No, it was for my wife to work from home, but she's never worked up there. Oh, I guess she has.
Yeah.
A couple times.
If her employer's listening, she's clocking in, doing a solid 8.
Oh, at least more. She works overtime up there.
Working the weekends.
Absolutely. Okay.
How many times have you been up so far? Have you been up at all this summer season?
Yeah. Bet you only missed about 3 weekends.
Oh, nice.
I've been going up there.
Matt, you need to zip over there on your little dirt bike.
It's not a far ride. I mean, it's going to be about it's just going to be west. I mean, we go north to Houghton. It's going to be west, the same distance west, really.
Right.
We've done it before. We've gone, through Frederick and Grayling and stuff like that, and on the bikes. I mean, I'm way out of shape, and I haven't ridden. It's been over a year since I've ridden till today.
Oh,
so
wow.
I was not. It took a lot out of me.
It's not like riding a bike, is what you're saying.
Frederick in, man.
No, we go to the Arby's. The Trail 7 dumps off right in an Arby's right there, and we grab a roast vagina sandwich and ride back.
Bro, you never been to the Frederick Inn?
No.
Dad, tell him about the Frederick Inn.
The super wet burrito. Oh.
Again, when you're getting swamp ass on a bike, you do not want to eat a wet burrito. that wet burrito will be staying in my underwear.
You wouldn't be able to get on your bike.
Yeah.
Bro, it's like a 2-pound burrito.
You need a nap.
Dad, who was that guy that one time we went up there? Like, someone ordered a burrito and then ate the other person's burrito. The first time I went there.
Something you would do.
Right.
No, that was Rich. We went there. We were kind of shit-faced. We ordered 2 wet burritos, super wet burritos. I eat half. I said, I ain't eating this. He eats his whole one, then he eats mine. And,
Were you guys up there on
No, we were in a truck. It was deer hunting season.
Oh, okay.
He goes, I ain't driving. He got in that truck and he was gone. Snoring. So I get back. I couldn't wake him up. It's freezing cold outside. I just left him.
He died.
No,
you killed him.
I couldn't believe he ate all that.
It's like Great Outdoors when John Candy eats the fucking 3,000-pound steak.
I gotta get up on my John Candy movies, man. Because apparently there's a John Candy movie where one of the characters' names is Maisie, and that's what my dad thought we named Maisie after. Uncle Buck.
Uncle Buck. That's what it is. Yeah, that's Uncle Buck, right?
Yeah. His niece is named Maisie.
Yeah. And he showed me the clip on YouTube, and I was like, well, shit. No, that's not why we named her that. But
you can lie about it at parties, though. That's great.
Can definitely lie
icebreaker.
I think it was spelled different, too.
It was.
So I'm looking right at it.
I misspell it every time I text Matt, so.
But I remember, just being really active when we were growing up. Like, my dad would take us basically every single weekend, right? Like, whether it was going hunting, I just remember being in a fucking, hunting blind, freezing my ass off with a gun. And you know how it is, Matt. Like, when you're in the woods, you start seeing shit.
Well, because I get out to the blind, at 5 o'clock, so way before first light, and you're just staring off into the pitch black, and your brain starts making stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where all these, legends about the woodland creatures come from.
This last year, I came out. I've been hunting how many years? I went hunting this year. I was in that tree at 5:30 in the morning. Climbed up that tree and I sat there. It was quiet. It was snowing. It was beautiful, man.
I get some of my best sleep in the tree.
Don't fit in the woods, dude.
So you hiked up the tree. So they took the jersey down from the rafters. They unretired you. You went back out there. Like, what possessed you to go back hunting again? Because I know you took some years off there.
Got to put meat on the table.
Gets me out of bed. No, Alex is right there. It was fun. It was a blast.
But you didn't blast anything.
No, I'm not going to shoot anything if it ain't got horns, anyways.
Yeah, but I know Alex got a deer this year. Mike got 2 with his truck. So we're on the board here in the Lominen household, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, we're on a podcast, so it's some things you can't talk about.
It's the code.
So, Matt, it's funny you say that. I mean, growing up, it was the same thing. I went UP hunting, canoeing. We would go up to the Fox River, take the canoe down the river to our hunting spot. Like, I learned so much about being, in the outdoors.
That's hardcore.
Yeah. And not even, and then, then also dirt biking, stuff like that with my grandfather, going to the cabin for whatever, always out on the lake. Always, we'd go camping every August on Lake Huron to go salmon fishing. That's all I remember of growing up, really. And just like you said, it's all the good stuff.
Yeah.
I don't remember a bad day growing up. That's how good my parents were, and I can't wait to. They left the bar high, just like you have, John. And I think Matt and I both agree we cannot wait to put that bar up another rung or two.
Yeah. In our own ways,
yeah.
Right?
You're just, what do you do? Sit there and rat? You got to do something, man. You got to keep moving.
Yeah. I mean,
that's the way I see it. Plus, I'm like a little kid anyways. I'm still like a little kid.
Confirmed. He is still like a little kid. That's why we got his back.
Well, I think that's also awesome that, we're both in a time in our lives where our kids are going to have grandparents and great grandparents.
Yeah.
Not like great grandparents, but like fantastic grandparents. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Gotta watch my word use.
Oh, we're gonna spoil the shit out of them and send them home.
Yeah, just go up north.
Just like my parents did.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean
we leave my mom and dad's place. My mother would always stop at the ice cream shop for these guys every single time. Hey, Matt?
Yeah, it's probably why I have tits.
I surgically removed. I can't wait for my kid to throw a fit from either not being able to go to his grandparents' house or to have to leave their house.
Yeah.
Like, because I remember probably saying some fucked up shit to my parents being forced to leave my grandparents' house.
Because you were enjoying yourself so much.
Yeah. And you say some fucked up shit. And really, like, I have always thought about, oh, man, that's like, I can't believe I said that to my parents. Like, that's super hurtful. But now I'm like, man, I can't wait to have that said to me. Because I want my kid to experience all the awesome shit I experienced growing up with my parents.
Man, my grandparents used to take us to the library, and they used to, like, this was when Walmart like first became like a big thing. So that was like the big to-do, go to Walmart and buy all the Little Debbie snack cakes. Another reason for the tits. And then they also had a badass sauna in their basement because my grandpa is Finnish, and saunas are like a big thing there before they became too trendy, right? So it's just like little things like that.
At Costco, you know that, right?
You can get saunas at Costco now?
Yeah, they start at like $2,000, and they plug in.
The only thing I remember about that sauna was bringing 60 bags of cement down the fucking stairs because we had to raise. You had to raise the floor, because you got a shower in there too. You know what I mean? so you could make the grade to do
Oh,
all
yeah.
that. Oh,
Well
yeah, my dad
worth
was
it.
pretty. My dad was pretty crabby that fucking weekend. Let me tell you that.
You know, why don't you go take a steam and chill the fuck out?
Oh yeah, he wanted to fucking kill me.
One thing that I like remember, like obviously going up north a lot, but I also remember like my grandpa, like he was always like a great cook, right? So like I'm hoping that my dad will be able to like show Maisie how to like overcook ribs. Um,
That's one. That's my
Matt,
nemesis. I
your
have
style
no
of
luck with
cooking.
that. I have no luck with that shit.
we were
Matt,
eating delicious ribs. Yeah, go ahead.
Don't throw stones when you live in a glass house. I've had your cooking too.
Oh yeah.
You know how to unpackage a case of frozen burgers. I'll tell you that.
It's my specialty.
Believe me, you come stay here. You don't cook your own, you're not eating. Which
For
is
real.
fine with me. Which is fine
Yeah.
with me. Nobody's ever, besides my dad. My
But
wife
the,
would burn water.
the thing that my dad was saying about like spoiling our granddaughter and stuff, like even just having my parents down here, like I feel spoiled, right? Because I have that level of support. Like this morning, like it was like 6:30 this morning, and Maisie was just crying, and my mom could hear her, and she's like, "Do you want me to take her?" And I'm like, "Yes, I do." And I got to sleep until 10:30, dude. Like it's just little things like that.
Dude, I slept until 10:30 today this morning too, which does not. I never do that anymore.
No, it's a lost art. And you even slept a little bit too, didn't you, there, Johnny?
But at 8 o'clock, I was wounded too.
Yeah, but
So I was down.
Yeah.
I was down at the pool. I thought I was going to close my eyes for a second. Then I go, no.
yeah, my dad's over here classing up the joint, Matt. He already snuck into our pool at our apartment.
Well, come on, man. You got to
It's
use
not
the
sneaking in.
You got to use the card to get in and shit. And I didn't know, so I couldn't get in. So I wait for somebody else to some Oriental dudes like, here you go. Yeah, okay, cool.
I'm so happy you bring this up because this brings up one of the Johnnyisms that we've talked about on the podcast quite frequently.
Nothing scammed, nothing gained.
Thank you, Matthew.
Take a drink.
Not scammed. We're talking not a scam.
Don't get
It's like-
defensive on us. We
Yeah, you can't get soft now. The audience already knows about this. Yeah, so, that's when I'm thinking of like sending my daughter to be off with my grandparents. I'm like, is my dad going to show her how to like steal?
Yeah.
Is my dad going to show her how to get into something without actually paying for admission?
That's where she's going to learn about the free cookies at Publix.
My scams ain't stealing shit. You know what I mean?
Ah.
My scams ain't stealing nothing.
Okay, I want to tell the audience about a scam that I remember of relevancy. So up north there was this dirt racetrack where they used to have like what are dune buggies? What the fuck are they called? Those cars with like the wings on top, and it's a dirt track.
It's a fucking speedway.
It's like a funny car, right?
No, it's not a funny car. It's a speedway. It's a circle track. They're all over.
Derby.
They're all over the place, right?
Yeah.
So what? So now what? Tell them.
Okay,
What do we
great.
do?
So we
didn't steal nothing.
So we had a van, or we had a van
I
for.
heard the race so we could watch it.
We registered our car and we did a couple laps. No. So we had a trunk and we all laid down in the trunk, and my dad
Everybody's
put blankets. My dad put blankets over us, and we just rolled into the pit without having to pay for the pit passes.
No,
Everybody's
we didn't
done
have
that.
to. We didn't have to pay to get in. We just went in there. Like we own a place. They waved us in, and we didn't have to pay for the sitting grandstands or nothing. We watched the races from the pits. It was great.
That
Nothing
Was it
scammed,
like-
nothing gained.
changed a few tires while we were at it.
They let us in, so
See, he remembers that though. So is
It's not
that
our
not
fault.
considered a scam? That's not considered a scam?
No, it's their fault.
The kids are sitting in sprint cars and everything else. It was great. Had my cooler full of beer. We're good to go, man. Good.
So is this the same cooler? Because I'm like that. I recently got rid of a cooler I'd had since freshman year of college.
Wow.
And I love holding on to things like that, and I recently had to get rid of it.
Me too.
But so this mythical beer cooler that I keep hearing about, is it the same cooler throughout the ages?
I don't think so.
Ah, that would have been great.
There's other things that I get attached to, though.
I've
It's
never heard of it. Yeah.
Stuff that people like give me, so then I get attached to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sentimental stuff. I'm the same way.
I've retired koozies though, dude. I have favorite koozies to go around my beer cans. I retire them. They're on the shelf up north.
My problem with that is I get drunk and I lose koozies in the bonfire or whatever.
That's your favorite ones.
Sometimes I do, and then I wax. I reminisce about them. I'm like, man, that was such a great koozie. Too bad it had to die.
Yeah, right. I retire them, stick them on the shelf up north. People ask me what's that
It's
for.
like a
I
mug
said,
club.
I retired that one, man. Yeah, I'm working on my new one. It's all ratted out and stinky and shit.
But even like that shirt he's wearing, right? Like my dad has always been like when he gets a gift, like, you know, he's wearing the shoes that I gave him, the shirt that I got him, you know, like he takes to the gift giving very well. But I've never heard people being nostalgic or like reminisce about like a cooler. Like, oh, I used to keep my shit so cold. What the fuck?
And then you put stickers on it from the places you've been with it.
Yeah. What?
I know it's a thing.
This is bugging me that you're not getting this concept. Like,
I'm not at all.
You have nothing of sentimental value, do you?
Yeah, I do. I already showed my Pokemon cards on a past episode.
Nothing with utility.
I mean, yeah, I guess so.
Nothing to do with alcoholism.
No, definitely not. I haven't drank. Well, I had my first drink on like Thursday night because Marley obviously couldn't drink for 9 months. So I was trying to be supportive and not drink around her. So
Opposite.
the exact opposite.
Oh, yeah.
So that just opened up that can of worms. We'll see how that goes.
Thing. That's one thing I do remember when my wife was pregnant. That was a bitch.
You didn't drink at all when Mom was pregnant?
Oh, I had to. Yeah, she went through hell.
You had to get through it somehow.
Well, she had that toxemia and stuff. She had bed rest for 6 months.
Oh.
What? I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
With Mike or me?
Well, I don't remember which one, but it was one of them. I think it was Michael.
Okay.
The toxic baby. Toxic baby.
Well, that's what happens when you give birth to an ogre. If you had to push out Shrek, you'd have time.
Don't be calling him Shrek.
It's all I'm going to think of now. Just every time I see him, I'm like, yeah.
So is Mike still there? Because he was just in Austin too. Like, this guy fucking travels more.
Yeah, me and him are flying. Me and him are flying home on the same flight tomorrow.
No, we should put him on.
He dropped everything. But once I showed him the guidelines for our show, Matt, where I said he couldn't be racist, homophobic, or talk about politics, he said that we're trying to censor his voice. He started talking about 15-minute cities and about how Robert F. Kennedy is disabled from the vaccine. So, to be continued with having my brother on the podcast.
You know, it is amazing this conversation has lasted this long without me being racist or homophobic.
I think that brings us to a good point. We are 38 minutes and 30 seconds in. We said we had 40 minutes. It's time to start plugging some social media.
Absolutely. So if you have not already, you're obviously watching the video version of this or listening to this. But if you're watching, make sure you follow us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. We post new episodes every Monday. If you're just listening to this, we have the video version of this, so you can see all of our ugly mugs at Dad Brain Pod on YouTube. We're posting YouTube shorts up there. Also at Dad Brain Pod on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok. So we're doing all of those content channels for everything that we do here at Dad Brain. So make sure you follow all of those. And yeah, Dad, thanks so much for joining us. I can't wait to have a part 2.
All right.
Hey, Matt, Matt, before you go, Matt K, congratulations. I'm so happy for you, bro.
Congratulations to you on becoming a grandfather. And
everything be cool.
What did Joel cook you guys for Father's Day dinner? You keep bragging about how good he's at a cook. I know that's where you guys went. I didn't get any pictures of your food, fuckhead. I sent you mine.
You did. So Joel made
ribs, coleslaw. Oh, everything was delicious.
Yeah, bro. Okay, I'll break it down. So Joel made fall off the bone ribs. He made like roasted, like grilled chicken. He made like a special like type of baked beans, which were fantastic. My Aunt Lori made her coleslaw. We got a Publix cake, lemon meringue cheesecake from Costco. It was a banger.
Wait, no key lime pie?
No key lime pie. We went with the lemon meringue cheesecake.
In Florida, if you're not eating key lime pie,
we have a lot of key lime pie, but this was a special thing from Costco, and we had to give it a try. Yeah,
well, fantastic. My mouth's watering
for reasons that we'll never know.
All right, guys, it's been real.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Dad Brain. New episodes come out every Sunday. Don't miss any. Subscribe today wherever you listen to podcasts. While you are there, help spread the word about Dad Brain by leaving a rating and review. Can't get enough Dad Brain? Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Dad Brain Pod.